Now it's time for the final client delivery. Each client might have their preferred method for review, whether that's Frame.io, Dropbox, or another platform. I'll show you how we finalize and send over the video to make the client review process smooth and professional. I also think it would be great to show you Honeylove's review process because it is so unique and fluid. We have hundreds of videos flying through their process per month, so it has to be seamless, and I think you will enjoy seeing it.
Final client delivery. Each client has different ways of doing the review process. Most of them are pretty fleshed. Most of them aren't fleshed out and they're pretty basic. Some of them are. We'll show you a couple of examples of each. It can be as much as us just taking the Dropbox link like we put in our feedback channel, and we will just add it to something like an external Slack channel, and they'll just live there. And then we'll get, feedback, and that's it. Super easy. The other one is just directly emailing. My favorite is when we are able to implement the customer or client into our Asana, which we'll go into the next course about our systems and processes and project management. So we'll actually drop the final product for that inside of the Asana project, and then it all lives there. So not only do you get the task request, and then you add the final video, it can get a little messy because then you're involving the client in your review process with your team. So for the bigger clients, this isn't recommended, but for smaller clients where things aren't moving as quickly, like this is fine. And the one version, I guess the most spot on one is with Honeylove once again. And so we used to do the Dropbox sync delivery on Asana. We're in their Asana account, and we would just drop it and then it would go up for review. And then they started implementing Frame.io. And it's worked out great. What I love about Frame.io is it's their Dropbox. It's essentially what they use as Dropbox that we use for internal. So you come in here, you have our folders for the projects. There's the master folders, just like we have, or, there's Q1, there's the year. And then when you come into the project name, which was here, just like we have in Dropbox, then you have your videos, right? So inside the video, you have the different versions, V2, V3, V4, V5. So what we do is we actually send them the Frame.io link in their Asana. This is Tysomini's Asana, but this is John's way of saying, hey, look, I've sent it to Honeylove. Here's this for my review, just to let me know that it's been sent. So like the Dropbox link, we send them a Frame.io link. We also will export into our Dropbox. So we have a copy and they have a copy. Then when we come in here, the reason we love Frame.io is it's great for feedback. It's really quick. I mean, it's the same thing with Dropbox, but in this, there's more tools. Like you can circle things, you can add different types of comments, different notes. Works out really well for them. And then once we get those notes, we'll take that link, we'll put them back into our Asana, we'll implement the feedback, shoot back the next cut. So these are all C1s. So internally, they're just cuts. So that's kind of and then you want to update the cuts, which we've talked about. So when you get the feedback from the client, you update it from C1 to C2, which we've talked about a couple of times. And that is our client review process with our clients.